So I just saw Her by Spike Jonze and it was fucking awesome. If there's any time to watch a movie in theaters, it's right now. I mean, assuming that your city is playing any of these movies. But hey, at least it should be pretty easy to find a movie theater that's playing the new Paranormal Activity movie. I mean, that's what people really want. None of this artsy fartsy bullcrap. Why would I want to see a movie with feelings? Feelings are gay, and being gay is for faggots. Anyway, I hope that no matter where you live, you can find a way to watch it legally at some point, because this is a movie that deserves your money. Now, anybody that's been paying attention to the critics film scene should already expect this, but Her is quite possibly the best movie of 2013. Now, all of Spike Jonze's movies have been great, but in this one he really proved himself as a writer. Adaptation and Being John Malkovich were both written by the genius known as Charlie Kaufman, and even if Spike Jonze wasn't sharing the writing credit on Where the Wild Things Are, it's not like it's an amazing screenplay anyway. But after seeing Her, I'm thinking, holy shit, Spike Jonze can actually tell a pretty fucking good story. Now, for anybody unfamiliar with the premise, it's about a man falling in love with a new artificially intelligent operating system. It's set in the future, but it doesn't specify what year, and I think that's a great choice. And every detail about the futuristic setting makes so much sense. It's not so much overtly dystopian as it is an extremely accurate prediction. And I love how it's able to show those things without having an otherwise useless character explain it to you like you're 5. There's no cheesy dialogue explaining that your operating system is linked on different computers. It just shows the story as it would if you'd already known it. And it makes a lot of sense because why wouldn't that be the case in the future? Or at least an option. And it lets you make up those things for yourself by only showing what's necessary for the story. Maybe there are people that choose to have 2 different operating systems from work and home. Who knows? I love that the points they were making about society weren't over-exaggerated to the point that they were beating you over the head. There's a noticeable amount of people in the background completely absorbed into their gadgets, but the movie's smart enough so that it's not everybody you see. When a shitty movie like Surrogates tries to make a statement, they destroy all chance for realism by making blanket black and white statements that imply that it's every single person on the fucking planet. But in this movie, it's much more reasonable and realistic. It's still able to make some fantastic statements about our disconnection from one another, but it doesn't shove those statements down your throat. The film doesn't exist to make those statements. The film exists to tell a love story, and it's one of the most original I've seen. It's an extremely relatable movie, especially as someone that finds relationships a struggle. I mean, how many of us need to be reminded by how impossible it is to connect with other people? Or worse yet, being able to trust somebody. It's such a universal struggle that there's no question that the premise of this film will become a reality in the future. A lot of thought went into understanding how such a future would work for this film. Without spoiling anything, some of the roles that certain characters play make so much sense. I wasn't expecting such a character to show up, but when they did, I was incredibly impressed. This film aims to make you feel a variety of emotions, and that's something that it definitely accomplishes. This is a film that's going to occupy my thoughts for long after I see it. This may or may not be the only film in 2013 that deserves this rating, but I think it's earned a 10 out of 10.